SAM440 EP?
Yeah.
There you go. Go ahead,
So
Brittany.
this year I didn't bring it with me because it was a longer tour, but this is a Power Amiga from, I guess, around 2010 or so. So it's not yet a vintage board, but it's pretty old at this point. It runs Amiga OS 4.1 or 4.1 Final Edition or Final Edition Update 2 if you want, and it will also run the next versions of Amiga OS 4.1 when they're released. This is this machine here last year or 2 years ago. Let me check for fact checking. 2 years ago, 2023. So it was running, Amiga OS 4.1 Final Edition. Browsers are hard to come by on Amiga OS. Like good browsers are a problem still. It has AMI update, which lets you update the system online if you can connect to something. And again, you go to a show, finding Ethernet is hard. So I ended up getting a Ethernet to Wi-Fi bridge, which solves the problem. This is still the machine installing Amiga OS from scratch. Same thing. Like it's beautiful to see Amiga OS run on a widescreen. Yeah, like full resolution. This is why I was shopping for a new Radeon card, because this one is too old. It's a little slow when you're doing these kind of resolutions. It can do it, but it becomes way too slow. This is the SAM running like a game for Amiga OS 4.1, like PowerPC native game, like beautiful on this display, but again too slow on this card, so it needs an upgrade. The CPU on this card is 666 megahertz or 667, whatever, like that, like less than 1 gigahertz. It's also pretty slow, but this is a really cheap GPU or frame buffer bottleneck. It's the same machine again, and this is basically me upgrading Uboot on this machine. Like just a couple of months ago, what is it called? The ACube Systems released an update of Uboot. So this is basically a Uboot from 10 years ago or more, updating itself to one from 5 years ago, and then this is me resetting. Like there's a, the board has a reset, and yeah, I short it with a pencil, so it's a little safer because it has some resistance. That's my technique to reset PCs and Power Amigas. And now it's basically running this intermediate version of Uboot, and I needed the intermediate one because the older one could not flash the newest. So I had to go to the 2020 BIOS, see? And then after that, I was unable to use the screen to update. So I did a blind thing with a, well, not so blind. I hooked up a serial USB adapter, and I used Minicom on my laptop to flash the latest version. And then after that, this is what comes up. So finally you get a graphical boot, semi-graphical with a logo, ACube logo. And this is the latest Uboot. And with this, this is not Uboot's fault. Unfortunately, Amiga OS crashed. I don't have any footage of Amiga OS because Amiga OS crashed after a couple of boots on its own, so its own problem. But it has a habit of corrupting the file system when it crashes the wrong way, because the file system has no journaling, has no soft updates. It's a file system that you have to be careful, not to interrupt in the middle of the write. And this is what happened, so I will have to recover. But luckily, I'm kind of an expert of recovering these things, because I bricked this machine behind here last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? I bricked
last year.
And I figured out how to recover. So I'll do the same thing. There's this doctor in Amiga OS 4.1. It's not the original this doctor that sucked. This is a better one that works better. And yeah. So one last thing is, this is the familiar Amiga early startup, but also has this nice hardware summary here. So 666 megahertz. Yeah. So next up, I will upgrade the video card and try to switch to the next generation file system. which is maybe more, well, it's definitely more scalable. I don't know if it's more robust than this one. And I'll try to, expand more. Like, it only has 1 GB of RAM. That's not enough. Or definitely not enough for modern browsers. And that's it. That's SAM. It's a power Amiga from the past, still working in the future. Well, thank you for listening.
Were you surprised that they had upgraded the Uboot?
Yeah, it was unexpected. I totally did not expect. I bought it from ACube Systems. ACube, where is it? ACube Systems.biz.
Yeah.
So you can go here and you'll see there. Uboot, blah blah blah. It's called 2015, but that's because it's a fork of Uboot 2015.
Huh.
But this is like a big upgrade. It's not even a minor thing. It does all this stuff, including support for the new Radeon RX cards. That's why I want one now. That's why I was shopping for one. And also has a bunch of other updates. You need, nobody thinks bootloaders are sexy, but you need good bootloaders so you can upgrade your hardware. Like if your bootloader cannot do a new video card, then you can't have a new video card unless you want to have two. So that's what it does. I bought a PCIe adapter. I already have this part. So because the best Radeon cards are PCIe and the SAM is just a PCI, you can see here it has 3 PCI slots. Then you need an adapter, but then you also need a video card that's low profile, so you can mount them on top of each other, and then you still can put it in a case. This board has been over 10 years going around without a case. I think it deserves one at some point, so I'm gonna update to a low profile card on top of the adapter and try to keep it within the specs for an ITX case. Yeah.
I always forget in my talks about the Amiga 1 X5000 and the Amiga A1222 Plus that there is still the SAM460.
Yeah.
Is it EX from ACube Systems? What's their latest one?
CR.
CR. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
there's
the
both.
CR.
You were
Oh,
right.
EX and
There's
CR
EX
still
and CR.
available?
I don't remember which one
Yeah.
is which.
So those are
They're
other
similar.
OS 4.1 computers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not as fast as the newest ones, but they're still usable.
These are available now.
Yeah.
While the one I have, the SAM440, is no longer out of production. It's the only one with 3 PCI slots. I'm not sure what this other slot is. It looks like AGP. What is it? I'm not sure.
And then they sell an Amiga 1 fully cased
Oh yeah.
computer.
Actually,
With a SAM
even
board?
though even though they call it the Amiga 1 500, it's really just a reboxed SAM
Yes,
board.
it is. Yeah. And the SAM460 is 1.1 gigahertz. Yeah. It's a slightly better machine. By the way, maybe I shouldn't say that, but all of these boards can be emulated. Well, some of these boards can be emulated by QEMU. There's a very active, well, since I said QEMU PPC Amiga. Yeah. So yeah, there's a very active developer who made a bunch of them work. There's the Amiga 1, the Genesis Pegasus 2, and ACube Systems SAM460EX. So yeah, you can run Amiga OS 4.1 on QEMU if you want to. I prefer to run it on the real thing, but yeah. And QEMU is very fast. Like you would think it's slow because it's simulation, but QEMU is magical. It just in time, so a lot of CPUs, including PowerPC, so it runs incredibly fast on my laptop, and emulates like a decent GPU as well, a decent video card as well. There is a better page and information on this. Yes, I can't find it right now, but yeah.
Great.
Any questions for Bernie? Thank you, Bernie.